Do you allow your spirit to control you in a relationship or your flesh to control you in a relationship? Hello everyone, welcome back to another segment. In today's episode, let's dive into a great Chinese family based in China. Well, you can see on this page that we have here African lady and a Chinese grandmama. The styling of the hair needs to be done, or the changing or the color of the hair needs to be done. By so doing, her African lady, let me say she's the super, yes, she's the super head of should I say hair design. She knows how to take care of hair. She knows, the color that will fit our Chinese grandmama, and she knows how to, weave even her own hair. This is a great inborn talent which many gone for months, for years to practice or to learn. But these particular gifts are given to some persons easily from above. Some are not gifted, and so they get jealous of those who are gifted. So you just have to take note of those kind of person and then avoid. Avoidance is the best medicine we should be given to them. Well, on today's package we have your Chinese great uncle came to visit as usual, but in today's package it's been a kind of different style. You can see that he presented the gift to her Chinese grandmama. She's been so happy, having encounter African lady that's been from one, train to another. It has been from one Sereno to another. This special gift being given to them by a Chinese uncle. Well, he's a caring uncle, he's a nice uncle, and in fact, he's a super uncle for the year. Yes, only few can have this kind of mind-giving uncle. Well, as we start this particular episode, we said the spirit itself. Most times we allow spirit to direct us in relationship, and some other times we allow flesh to direct us in relationship. Which one did you actually fall into? Some persons actually allows their flesh to direct them. When I mean their flesh, the outward appearance, the beauty and all of that, the packaging, the hairdo, the slim feet, the slim bokon and all of that. I know someone is just telling me what's slim bokon. Well, all those are just characteristics of some persons. If they want what actually do you want in a relationship? That is the question before indulging in any relationship. You're like, what do I want in this relationship? What do I want to get? Or what do I want? It's not about you getting now. Okay, let's come down to this particular level. It's not about you getting. What am I heading to? What is the vision? Most people, indulge into relationship or involve themselves into relationship without having a vision of suicide. When we talk about relationship, it goes a long way. It's so broad. Forget about, the mind speed, and someone say, as my heart just painting and beating fast. That means, and this is the soul of my life. This is the flesh. Wow. If you're thinking at that particular stage, you just have to, calm down. Into this package, let's shift your mind into another state. Most person would think that okay, the emotional panting of the heart is the perfect, that you said, I've got him, that my soulmate. But I'm telling you, that is not it. You see the characteristic in which African lady is displaying? That is the real relationship. If you've not known that, let me tell you. Well, come closer, let me tell you. Do you know that in relationship, you have to start with yourself? If you're not in love with yourself, you cannot love in others. And another point again, if you are going, if you are viewing the flesh, saying relationship, okay, I just want to go into relationship because my flesh moved me, or because of the appearance of the man, or because the man hair is curly, because the man hair is this, because the man, you will just end up messing up. But if you go into relationship with your spirit will actually tell you why, if you're in the right environment and if you're in the wrong environment. And most times our spirit warn us in our instinct spirits do warn us, but out of ignorance, we ignored, that silent spirit, that silent good angel that used to direct and tell us the right thing to do. And most times, some of us, we fell into the wrong hand. We fell into manipulators. Yes, I call them manipulators because they actually are not showing love. They don't know the meaning of love. They don't love themselves, talk less of loving others. So most of the times we fall into the wrong hands. But I tell you, African lady, she's actually is falling into the right hand. And someone like, what do you mean? When the husband is not, too faulty around her, when the husband is not helping out, when the husband is, well, I will tell you, I'm still calling you to draw your chair closer. Do you know what she's doing actually, and how she's doing it, and what she's actually doing is actually impactful to her life? She felt joy. There's joy in her. There's happiness in her. There's a kind of great, should I say, great impact in her, apart from the blessing she will get from this our Chinese great grandmama. She's been, I'm telling you, she's been blessed. It's not about, she being him too faulty and copying the husband too faulty. No. But the kind of, how would I say it? That's a kind of, I want to explain it to you guys, a kind of close relationship which she's enjoying right now. That is what we called marriage. That is called what we call relationship, and that is what we call love. I tell you, love, it goes a long way to express itself, to explain itself, and also to expatiate himself. Like if you look in our recent video, we talk about emotion, we talk about marriage, and we also talk about contracts. For so many persons do not understand the meaning of contract, the meaning of love, and the meaning of marriage. For some persons goes into marriage, aiming or wanting a result. And some goes into marriage because they see the other lady has something, maybe the other lady have a star, they will just be pursuing that star until they get it. After they zip up the star, they will leave the girl, or they will leave the lady or the woman. That one is destiny killer and destiny thieves. They're everywhere. So you have to be so smart enough to indicate and to know which one is destiny killer and destiny thief. And there are some other persons who are so they're so peaceful, they're so calm, they're so passionate, they're so emotional. They are not after you. They are not after what, in fact, what they are after is your own growth. And that is called a real relationship. You can see that our African lady has found a good friend. And one good thing about our Chinese grandmama, she wants to see the best in our African lady. And how did she do that? And she's so patient enough, so calm. She's able and wanting to teach her, to lecture her, and also for her to learn more about the culture and tradition of the Chinese people. More of this, we'll be talking about the Chinese culture and tradition to enlighten us, more about it, because we have here bombarding in our meals that so many persons are like, they want to know about the Chinese culture and tradition. And some of them like, they want to get married into the Chinese people, into the Chinese family. Yes, because the Chinese family have respect for women. They have respect for women because women are nation builders. Women are, in fact, one of the best, as the Spirit of the Lord used women, to bless the nation. If you've not heard that, I'm telling you, this is the right one for you to learn. So if you have any woman around you, you have to care for that person. If you cannot care for that person, please leave them for the men. We have boys in the society and we also have men in the society. There are some boys in the society who they just want to, see the women, then leave them alone. And there are some men in the society who are ready to cater, to love, to help women. Well, which one do you fall into? Well, we'll go into deep dive into this package. You can see that African lady and Chinese grandma, they're doing something special, something delicious. This is one of the great meal in the Chinese culture and tradition. When you're able to do this particular meal, the Chinese people honored and love this particular meal so much. It's a kind of special delicacy for them. For you, it might be rice and beans. For you, it might be tuwo or masara. For you, it might be something else. But I tell you, if you prepare this special delicacy for the Chinese people, it's one of the top notch because it contains a lot and a lot of vitamins. Well, you can see that into this package, they're actually preparing special delicacy. Here is a Chinese grandpapa having returned back and trying to, catch her and also fetch some food for the family. They have to, prepare the special delicacy for them to eat. After time the not, we talk about the kind of environment, and we talk about the kind of people that have been made. If you check in our first discussion, we talk about the flesh, and also we talk about the spirit. Yes, it is from her spirit that she's able to indicate that she's actually landed into the right home. And how do I mean so, or what do I mean? Many was like, what do you mean by saying so? Yes, because the calmness in which she has, in the environment, and also the love in which they showed her, made her to be more secured and made her spirit to be so calm, and she felt much safer in the hand of this Chinese family. Beauty, that says, is something, and character, that says, is another thing. I think our Chinese great family has gotten themselves a very good African wife. Wow, this is a good one. All right, this is where I'll be wrapping up today's episode. I hope you're enlightened onto this package. Please just stay tuned and stay blessed. And always remember, love this. Stay good for now. Bye for now.